hi, I'm Jasmine Johnson. Oh, Jasmine Anderson. Let me correct that. I am married now, okay? I'm 27 years old. You might know my parents. My dad is Armando Johnson, Minister Armando Johnson, and my mom is Latasha Johnson. Before I was in this new walk with Christ, my life was a little bit fuzzy. It had got to a point where I felt like I was so far removed from Christ that I was at like a low place. By that time, I already had my daughter. Shortly after, I ended up having my son. I was always raised in the church. I was baptized when I was younger. I was really young when I chose to give my life to Christ. And I was doing fine then, but of course, like influence and trying to fit in. I was 10 when I got baptized. I was the one who they would say could pray for anybody. Like, I was never afraid to pray. If somebody was sick, I knew who to call on. My friend group wasn't really into God at that time, so I was getting in trouble. Life just caught up with me. And when I went off to college, I really went away from God completely. Recently, I just had my last baby. His name is Elijah, and he changed my whole life. I feel like internally my soul was dying. I was in a very sad place. I would cry alone. So when I found out I was pregnant with my son, I feel like it was like a wake-up call. Like God was trying to show me, like, look, you have to get your life together. I can't just let myself go. Like, I have people depending on me. So I chose God not just for myself, but so that I could be a role model for my children. I officially gave up like drugs and all of that. So I've been 1 year completely sober, and I mean like completely sober, and that's a whole new thing. I look back on my old self, I don't even recognize her. Shelley was preaching a lot about like champions, message for champions, and I just feel like he was speaking to me. My dad has always told me since I was a little girl that I was a worshiper, not a worrier. So once I started really locking into that and remembering who I was, I let go of the old stuff, and I started just being comfortable with the uncomfortable. So with baptism, I'm excited. I feel like this is the next step for me. So I wanted to wait until I was serious, and now I am serious. Like, I'm sold out for it. Like, on my own, I choose to read my Bible to learn more about him. On my own, I pray. Like, I'm being more consistent. And so with me being consistent, I thought that this would be a fresh start for me. I feel joy enough to know, like, as long as I'm in alignment with what you want me to do, I'm doing my job. Like, I'm living my life through purpose now. I'm trying to let the Holy Spirit use me. I want to know what gifts he has for me. So with my kids, I hope this is inspiring them to chase after Christ, like, no matter what they go through. Because like I said, I grew up in the church. My parents always raised us up to know who Jesus was, and now at 27 I can officially say that I know him for myself. And so I just want them to be, I want that for them, and I want them to be proud of me, have a mommy that they proud of, you know, that they can brag about, because I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it for them and help break these generational curses that was before us.